By the end of this video, AI, Claude Code specifically, will be able to do things inside your GoHighLevel account. Claude Code is going to pull contacts, read your conversations, move pipelines and deals, and post social media content along with some blogs, all from a single sentence that I'm going to type. No Zapier, no API calls, no third-party middleware, just Claude Code talking directly to your GoHighLevel account through something called an MCP. We're going to set up this in 4 steps. First, we're going to create a secure token inside of GoHighLevel. Then we'll grab your location ID. Then we'll drop one config block into Claude Code, and it takes about 30 seconds in general, and then we're going to be able to test it live so you could see it actually working. If you use GoHighLevel and you've been building in Claude and been using agents inside of Claude Code, this is going to be the setup you've been waiting for. So come along and build along with us. This means your AI can manage your CRM while you sleep, no manual data entry, and no app switching. So now let's go into Model Context Protocol. These are the official GoHighLevel documents that you see. And inside these documents, you're going to see the high-level MCP server. Now, all the instructions are actually here to connect. And believe it or not, it's going to make it fairly easy. Now, all I have to do technically is give our AI these instructions, and it should be able to figure it out. The second thing I want you to know is all the different things it can do. All these different things are called endpoints, and they're basically things that are allowed right now through the MCP server, through the official high-level MCP server, that will allow you to do all these things. Now, believe it or not, if you want to do more inside of high-level, you can make your own MCP, host it somewhere, and have, instead of the 39 that are available here, have close to the 200 and something 90 that are available out there. But that's not going to be covered here today. What's going to be covered is already using what they have existing, which is pretty good. You can do a good amount and at least have your AI executive assistant help you do these things, right? So first thing that we're going to do is we're just kind of understand where it is. This is marketplace.gohighlevel.com, docs/other/MCP in the index, and it literally gives you exactly the steps that you need to follow. But I'm going to walk you through them anyway. So first thing you got to do though is you got to give permission inside of your account. Now I'm going to go to my account. This is my test account. And inside of here, you're going to go to settings, and inside of settings, you're going to go to private integrations. Inside private integrations, you're going to hit create a new integration, and you're going to type in Claude Code. Okay. MCP, grab that, Control C, come back over here, Claude Code MCP. And now in the tool that we gave you, the SOP, you're going to have a whole bunch of things that need to be in here. And I can tell you that one of the most important ones is to view locations, and it's listed on here. So make sure you're following the SOP of all the things you want to basically turn on. But let's just do it together, right? So I don't want it to edit the business, but I definitely want it to view it. I'm going to edit calendars. And by the way, do not give it all, because if you give it all, it can delete users, add users, and it can create a bunch of problems if you give it the wrong kind of availability. Now, this thing can even write AI, voice bots, and chat bots for you. And I'll show you what that is. But again, just be very careful what you're giving it, because if you don't know what you're doing, it could delete a user for you and everything else. So try to avoid the ones that are going to have some pretty bad impact, right? But that's 65. That's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and create. Now, the second I create, it's going to expose my key, but I know for a fact I'm going to rotate it. So it's also going to be blurred, but I'm going to take this key. It's very important. I'm going to copy it, because once you have it, you're not going to see it again. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste it somewhere safe. Once I paste it and I have it somewhere, good, it's awesome. And by the way, again, I'll just rotate it or delete it entirely. This is also my test account, has no payments, has no real information in there. But either way, I'm being super safe. Then I go to my business profile, and in your business location, you're going to grab this ID right here. You're going to copy that and also put that in the safe location, because you're going to need that later on, right? So now that you have the account you want it to go into, you are set to go. So the first thing that we're going to do is, one, we're going to pull up VS Code. And in VS Code, I'm going to pull up a terminal. So I'm going to get rid of these 2 terminals. And inside the terminal, I'm going to have what we call the PowerShell. This is Bash, but we're actually going to change it to PowerShell. So you're going to click on this little down arrow, and you're going to go to PowerShell. Now, if you haven't installed Claude on your terminal, I suggest you watch my previous video on installation of Claude in order to get that. I don't want to waste a lot of time here on that one, because again, that video is pretty jam-packed with that. So what I recommend you doing is exactly this. And anytime you get a code from anybody anywhere on the internet, what I usually do is I go to my Claude Code chat. I come in here, I create a new chat. And in this new chat, I'm going to say, I just received a code that will help install a GoHighLevel MCP on my Claude Code in my terminal. Please make sure that this code is not malicious or it's going to harm, and that it's right for my PC. And if you scroll down in the SOP, and if you follow all the steps like we have been, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to copy this whole thing, Control C, Control V. And I'm going to just make sure it verifies that I'm doing everything right. Now, a couple of things that you need to understand. First and foremost, you have to have Claude Code installed on your terminal. You have to have Git Bash, and you also have to have Node.js installed if you're using a PC. Apple has a set of different instructions. I've included that in there. But again, you would put that plan in here or that code to ensure that it's really good. Now, code review, it's safe to run, blah, 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 and it goes through the whole entire thing. So now you're good to go here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the code that I gave you. We're going to open up a text document. We're going to put that code in there, and let's just do it together. Going to go to that code. Windows is going to be up here. Mac is going to be down there. What you're going to do is you're going to come over here and you're just going to copy this yellow part right here, Control C, go into this file, and you're going to notice that it's going to say authorization bearer, your PIT token here. Highlight where it says your PIT token. Grab the PIT token that you got from HighLevel and only the PIT token. And what we're going to do is we're going to paste it. All right. So that is pasted. And you should say bearer space PIT and then whatever the code is. Then you're going to have your location ID. You're going to highlight this right in between the quotations. Very important that you keep the quotations or leave the file unchanged. So right in between the quotations of this one, like you did with the token area there, you're going to grab the location ID, copy it, and paste it right in here. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go into my VS Code. I'm going to open up a terminal window. I'm going to select the down arrow right here. I'm going to go into what's called the PowerShell. Inside the PowerShell, I'm in my AI Executive Assistant folder. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste that command that I told you all to copy. So I copy that command. And I'm going to come in here. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to hit enter. And if I did this right, I got done. GHL MCP added. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to call Claude and I'm going to type in MCP. And if I did it right, I'll see, yep, there it is right here, GHL MCP connected. Cool. Now that we actually have the GHL connected, like you can see here, we're now going to do the second part of this is where we're going to create our first person of our AI agent team, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. And we're going to talk a little bit about file structures just so you have it. Now, I have a folder that I call dev. If you go, I have it in my D drive or whatever else, and I have dev where I have all my projects. I'm going to right click and I'm going to create a new folder. All right. So we're going to come in here and we're going to do new folder and we're going to do AI agent team. And the second gift I'm going to have for you is if you click and you grab all the folders and everything else, just go ahead, sign up for our newsletter so you can be able to learn more about this stuff as we constantly go through. If you go in here, I have given you a file that you can download that is on top of the SOPs, an agent that you can put in. Now, again, this is my version of the agent. Yours will be a little bit differently. So obviously do the agent the way you want it to, but it's going to give you the structure of everything you need to run your first AI agent inside of here. Now you see I have dev, AI agent team, and what I'm going to do inside this folder, I'm going to install another folder, which is my GHL agent that is going to do things in GHL for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up another version of my file manager or wherever you store documents or wherever you download, and I'll have a zip file. I'm going to click on the zip file. And in here, usually in the PC, you have extract all, and a Mac, it might be a little bit differently, but extract the file and then browse to that dev folder, agent team, and you're going to literally select that folder and extract the folder right in there, right? And now what you're going to see is in that folder, we are going to have all the necessary files to launch our agent. So I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Open Folder. And inside of this open folder, I'm going to go to my dev. I'm going to go to my AI agent team. And lo and behold, I have my agents here, right? So my AI agent team is Donna, which is my main agent, content agent. And these are all other ones you can build, GHL agent and everything else. But the GHL agent is the one that we're going to work on, right? But very specially about this AI agent is going to be the CloudMD file. So the CloudMD file is always going to be the actual directions for the bot. So in here, it tells everything that we have to do. These are some set of rules that we have. And more importantly, it tells you where the MCP server, it tells you that the PIT token is stored in the root and the location ID is stored in the environment variable. Now the environment variable, and we're going to go where that is right there, is this environment example right here. And notice that it already states your GHL PIT token and your GHL location ID is in here, and it needs to have those two things added. The reason is even though you added it to the MCP server, when you start working with GHL, when you're working inside the skill and inside this agent, it's always going to need to ensure that's going to the right location ID and the token. Now, this is just kind of a requirement. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to fill those in. Obviously, I'm not going to share mine, but you would just fill in the tokens you have in here. So we go back to the file that we had, first the location ID here, and you're going to paste it. And then the token base, you're going to come in here and you're going to put in, once you have that, I'm going to leave it. And I'm going to go back to just closing this out and it's automatically going to save. And for you, because again, this was an example for you, what you're going to do is once you've gone in here and you fix that environmental file, and because you have your right tokens in here, you're going to just rename it and you're going to remove the example with the dot. And that becomes your env file, which is you're going to need. Now, I'm back in my GHL agents. What's really cool now is, so I can come in here and if I follow my SOP that I have in here, there are some examples here, how Dana works, blah, blah, blah. And you can create additional Dana and just add it to it. I wanted to give you a little placeholder, delete the agents if you don't want it. But this is just to give you a really good idea how to do all this. Okay, so now we can be in Dana because that's the main folder or the main team. And I can come in here and just paste this, hit enter, ask GHL to run its first discovery, connect GHL, pull all pipelines, tags, and custom fields, and save everything. So now what it's going to do is it's going to save a lot of this into the memory, and my Dana is already kind of doing a lot of the things. So now I'm basically building my own AI team as we're doing this. But what I have to do is preload everything into the GHL agent. So the GHL, you know, it's like, it knows the location, it's going to the MCPs. Now it's going to ask for a bunch of permissions, all right? Success true means it's connected. All these are true. So it's connecting to each of the endpoints to grab the information that it needs. So then it could do its job and do whatever it needs. So as long as I keep getting those 200 trues back, that means that the token and the action location ID is right. Now, later on, if I'm running multiple accounts and she might need access to it, this will be GHL agent for the specific location and then another GHL agent for another location. And then you would use different MCPs to connect and you would just connect them appropriately. Now, there is a way to connect to your entire agency, but again, you got to use that sporadically. This way you can communicate directly with the client. Now, it looked at the 19, pipelines discovered, 15 tags, custom fields, and everything else. Now, one thing that we are correcting in the MD file or in the memory file is we don't want to store all the context, conversations, and anything else that might be a little too crazy. But this at least will get you an idea to do that. So it knows what it's working with and how to tag and everything else. So here I can say who is in the lead management pipeline and how many contacts are in the new lead section. And there might not be any because, like, again, this is a test account, but at least we can go in there and we can figure it out. And now what you can do is you can come in here and you can add an individual to a lead just by speaking it. If this is communicating with other agents, you can then now say, okay, give this to the lead magnet agent and make sure to put this person into a contact. And remember, you're also going to have calendar abilities. So you could say, what calendars do I have available and so forth and so on. And then it will do the same exact thing. So new lead, one contact, boom, and it gives the contact name of everything that's in there, which is amazing. And now if we want to, let's just clear this conversation. I can say, what calendars do I have available for me inside of GHL? And it's going to pull the calendars to see which calendars are available. And then again, remember what we're doing here is we're putting raw information, but at the end of the day, like if this is connected to other apps or you're speaking it, you could just say, make an appointment for such and such, use GHL to put a calendar on this particular calendar. And then it will go do its thing to make sure that it's able to go in and do the entire process, which is amazing, right? Okay, so it's saying get calendar events, fetches the specific, and it needs a calendar ID. So it's saying that it has a location ID, but unfortunately GHL tools don't include a list calendars endpoint. And it could have been me that I maybe didn't have it. So we would just go to the calendar ID or user group. So if I'm back in GHL, I would just have all my calendar IDs listed in here. So I go to GHL, go to my CloudMD file, and I would tell, here's the available skills, but then I would also say, here are my common calendar IDs, and you would get all the calendar IDs from GHL and so forth and so on. There is some nice ideas of checking the pipelines of things that you can do in here. But again, now you can come in here and you can integrate and you can communicate with your actual GHL account. And just remember, this is now part one of like your agent team. You now can come in here and you can do whatever you want and add more agents and make a full AI agent team that can communicate with each other and get everything done for you. So hopefully this helps, and we'll see you in the next one.